Assalamualaikum and hello guys. Saya Abzal Rahman daripada Kecapi Production. Hari ini kita akan membincangkan sedikit sebanyak mengenai BlackMagic Cinema Camera. Okey, jadi since ramai yang bertanya mengenai BlackMagic Cinema Camera ni, jadi hari ini kita akan membincang mengenai overview of this camera and then the advantage of the workflow of this camera.
Yang kita ada sekarang ni ialah BlackMagic EF mount. So apa cerita, apa kelebihan dia? Semua BlackMagic yang EF mount ni yang boleh lekat kat dia ialah Canon lens lah basically. This is designed for Canon lens, EF lenses. Tapi kita boleh juga guna dengan adapter. Cuma bila kita guna dengan adapter, lens ni tak boleh communicate dengan body electronically. If you can use a EF lens, Canon EF lens, you can communicate electronically, meaning that you can autofocus from the camera. You can also adjust the iris of the camera of the lens using the body of the camera itself. Okay, yang kita ada sekarang ni, if you can see, this is a normal Nikon lens, but with a adapter to EF lens. Let's see how you can change the lens. You can see this is how you change. Press this button and you can pull it out like that. So this is a Nikon lens with a EF mount adapter. So now we're putting it back. You masuk macam ni, then you just simply pusing until you make a click. So that's pretty much it. So now kita akan cakap mengenai connection port yang available for BlackMagic Cinema Camera. So dia ada power connection port. You can see this is power. You can put 12 volt to 30 volt punya power source kat dalam dia. It's rated for that. Okay. So then you have the Thunderbolt connection. This is very specifically for some usage between the BlackMagic to communicate dengan on-site computer or scope, ultra scope, dia punya software from BlackMagic design company. Basically for very specific use lah, Thunderbolt ni. You cannot use to transfer the file. Okay, so second one is you have the SD out, which is to send out the footage of the camera using SDI connection port, as we have here. Okay, then you have audio in 1 and 2, which is 2 audio to put inside. So you can put 2 source of audio in, and audio 1 and audio 2. Nanti saya akan terangkan macam mana you nak set up audio 1 and audio 2 ni. And the second top last is the headphone connection port. You can plug in the headphone so you can monitor the sound coming out of the or recorded in the BlackMagic. And finally the remote. This remote connection port is the same lah. They use a Lang remote. So I hardly use this one, so there's no use for us. So you can see all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a 7 connection port here. The plastic is very tough. It's not something yang boleh senang terkoyak ke apa, tak. This is very tough plastic. So you can close it, you can open it when you want to use it. For what we have here with the Tilta rig ni, kita mount the SD out, audio in, audio out. The connection is going into this mount, which is easier sebab susah nak cocok sini, and it's not recommended to keep put in, put out, put in, put out. You can damage the port. So it's good to have something yang fix. You fix kat sini, all this connection port ni you fix, tapi you have an out like this, where you can kat sini you can put in and out lah. There's a power source, there's a SDI out 1 and 2. So for now we can only have one lah connection. You can output to 2 monitor SDI, and then you have the audio in 1 and audio in 2. The label kat sini audio out 1, audio out 2, tapi actually it's audio in. There's a problem with Tilta, silap labeling. But this is a very comfortable and very convenient mount connection port instead of cocok kat sini lah. Okay, now we talk about the SSD port here. This is where your footage is recorded. You can see this is pretty much a normal SSD where you can get anywhere at Lawyat ke mana. Okay, for information, what we have here is the 240 gig. So for 240 gig, for raw format cinema DNG 2.5K, you can record up to 30 to 35 minutes to get it full here. So if you want to record for 1 hour of footage of RAW, you need to have around 480 gig lah. We recommend the largest amount of SSD you have to record, you can buy 480 or 520 gig. But we recommend 240 each. So in case of any damage, you don't lose the whole thing lah. So at least you have half of the shoot. Okay. So 240 is the best lah. If you ask us, we like that kind of philosophy lah. So you won't lose everything. Okay, as you can see, the port here is pretty much to put SSD, nothing else except for USB. This to update the camera. You have this mini USB. You plug in the mini USB, plug into the Mac computer. You can upgrade the firmware of this camera. From time to time, they will release a firmware upgrade. So right now it's at 1.2, if I'm not mistaken, 1.2 version. So they will keep on upgrading. So you have to keep in touch with BlackMagic board lah to see what is the latest firmware and what are the features included in the latest firmware. You don't necessarily have to upgrade. So that's pretty much it. You masuk, keluar, tak ada apa-apa, simple. Then you put in. Then the LCD screen will tell you the status whether it's ready or not. So now kita ada dia punya main features of the BlackMagic, which is the touchscreen panel dia. Okay, as you can see, this we can take off this. Okay, so this is easily assembled and easily mounted on the BlackMagic, or you can just simply take it out. Kalau you nak protect during sunny day, you tak nampak dia punya screen kan, sebab terang, so you put this hood on lah. In this case, we take it out, so you can see the screen much better now. So now I'm going to switch on the LCD screen. Okay, so now you can see this is a screen. This is a touchscreen screen. Okay, what buttons we have on the main panel of this BlackMagic? We have iris control and focus control. I'll explain a bit more on the focus. But the iris only functional if you have an EF lens, maksudnya Canon lens, where you can communicate between the lens electronically with the body of the BlackMagic. Or else macam apa yang kita ada sekarang ni is a Nikon manual lens, so tak boleh communicate lah. You have to control the aperture lah in order to really play around with the amount of light going in. Okay, so now we have the record button here. We have back, playback, we have stop, play, and then we have forward and backward, rewind and backward, basically forward backward lah. Then we have the menu and the switch on button here. As you can see, okay, we press menu. Okay, these are the main features of BlackMagic lah. This is a touch screen. As you can see, first you have 4 sections. You have the camera setting, you have the record setting, audio setting, you have the record setting, file format, and you have the screen. The LCD screen tells you all the information here, what type of format you're recording, RAW ke, ProRes ke, DNSD ke, the date, frame per second, the status of the SSD. If there's an SSD inside like this one, you have ready. If not, it will tell you that it doesn't have an SSD, no SSD returns here. Then the running time, then the ISO setting, the shutter angle, and then the white balance value, and then the battery status. Right now we have 100%.
Okay guys, tadi kita dah tengok dah BlackMagic cinema camera kita, betul tak? Okay, sekarang kita dah tahu dah macam mana kita nak mountkan lens kita kepada BlackMagic, lens apa yang boleh kita pakai untuk BlackMagic ni. And then features berikutnya kita boleh tahu source dia, macam mana kita nak, apa yang boleh masuk untuk kamera ni, apa yang boleh keluar untuk kamera ni. And then kita boleh tengok juga macam mana kita punya feature untuk touchscreen BlackMagic kita very smooth, betul tak? And then last kali kita boleh tengok juga dekat kita punya SSD input dia, macam mana nak masukkan SSD dekat dalam BlackMagic, and jenis SSD apa yang boleh kita pakai untuk BlackMagic ni. Okay, sekarang kita akan tengok macam mana bentuk footage dan raw cinema DNG ni. But that is the second part of this review. So you guys, you kena subscribe dulu our channel so you won't miss the second part. Till then,